She invests in movements that prepare her for those moments when she must launch, whether it's a hard first serve, a deep penetrating forehand, or a recovery sprint from defense into offense. By targeting her hips, glutes, quads, hamstrings, and calves in a way that emphasizes both strength and elastic reaction, she develops the capacity to generate force with speed. On the tennis court, this translates directly. A stronger push off the ground means more leg drive into each shot, more ability to accelerate into position, and more capacity to recover quickly for the next point. In her own words, her coach has emphasized less games like games, the legs, as the mantra of her movement improvement. Beyond sheer leg power, the conditioning session recognizes the importance of how the lower body integrates into the rest of the kinetic chain. When her legs deliver force, the body must channel it upward and outward. If the base is weak, energy dissipates, movement becomes sloppy, and shots suffer. Badosa's leg work is therefore crafted not just for isolated strength, but for dynamic, sport-specific integration, stepping into a shot, catching a ball on the run, shifting weight laterally, or recovering after a wide ball. By training the lower body with this in mind, she acquires not only the horsepower, but also the stability and responsiveness that make every movement efficient. Then comes the rotational upper body component, an absolutely vital piece of her physical puzzle. Tennis is not a sport of pure pushing or pulling linearly, it's complex. The serve, forehand, and two-handed backhand demand that the torso twists, the shoulders wind up, the arm unleashes, and then the body decelerates safely. Badosa's conditioning places significant emphasis on training the shoulders, lats, triceps, upper back, and chest, but through the lens of rotation and anti-rotation. In other words, she is training to twist hard into a shot and to control the return motion so that stress doesn't accumulate in one vulnerable area. Through this, she develops not only raw power, but also technical control and injury resilience. By making the upper body handle rotational loads, push, pull, and stabilize in multiple planes, Badosa builds the ability to strike from different positions on court, off the run, in midair, in defense, or transitioning to offense. Her upper body conditioning ensures that when she chooses to unleash her weapon, for example, a forehand winner, she can do so with high velocities, but also in the knowledge that her mechanics are supported by strong, prepared musculature and connective tissue. That means fewer chances of breakdowns when the body is fatigued. The combination of strong legs and a powerful upper chain becomes what allows her to dominate baseline rallies, accelerate into finishing shots, and still maintain form deep into a three-set battle. Equally critical is the core, often the unsung hero in athletic performance, and for Badosa, it absolutely acts as the linking mechanism between the lower and upper body. The core stabilizes the trunk when the legs are driving, absorbs and redistributes forces, and provides the platform from which the upper body can act. When she lifts, pivots, or recovers, her midsection must be strong, reactive, and resilient. A failure there would mean loss of shot precision, timing drift, or increased stress on vulnerable regions like the lower back or hips. In her sessions, the emphasis on core control gives her more than six-pack aesthetics. It gives her dynamic stability under strain. That means she can twist into a heavy opener, withstand the recoil of a return, shift immediately into a breakpoint rally, and still maintain her posture, balance, and shot-making ability. This kind of integrated core strength is what allows her to maintain movement quality as fatigue sets in, which in tournament tennis is often the differentiator between being competitive and dominating. When you step back and view why Badosa invests so heavily in this full-body conditioning, you see it's not simply for aesthetics or generic gym credentials, it's for durability, performance, and sustainability. The sport of tennis is relentless. Long rallies, explosive sprints, directional changes, tons of serves, travel, recovery demands. Without a physical foundation that can cope, the body either breaks down, mechanics suffer, or performance drops under pressure. By building her system, legs, hips, core, upper body, in an integrated manner, she gives herself the tools to not only show up strong, but remain strong match after match. Moreover, this training speaks to her career narrative. Paula has battled injuries, setbacks, and mental challenges. Thus, conditioning is also prevention. Her lower body explosiveness protects against strains. Her upper body rotational strength guards against overuse. Her core stability shields the spine. When you watch her on court now, you are seeing a body that is no longer just reacting. It's prepared, resilient, ready. That mental peace translates into freedom on court. When you trust your body, you play more aggressively, more confidently, without holding back. From a performance lens, having full body strength means she can sustain high intensity. She can serve repeatedly with power, chase down wide balls, recover quickly, and maintain controlled aggression into the third set. She becomes less prone to dropping off, less vulnerable to being dominated physically. That aligns with her professional goals of staying at the top, making deep runs, and being consistent week to week. Conditioning gives her the stamina, the mechanical reliability, the physical readiness to deliver when it matters. In short, you might watch her serve an ace, dig out a wide forehand, or sprint back to defend. But beneath all that lies a system that she has built off court, deliberately, intelligently. Her explosive leg work provides the initial burst. Her powerful upper chain modulates the strike. Her core binds the two. And the holistic full-body approach ensures she remains capable, strong, fluid across surfaces and formats. Her training is not glamorous in the sense of flashy Instagram workouts. It's grounded, hard, purposeful. But it's precisely in that hard work that performance arises. When you see her move laterally with authority, when you see her step into a shot and finish with conviction, when you observe her maintain form deep into a match, that is the reward of that preparation. The strength, the speed, the stability, they manifest in matches under pressure when the scoreboard is tight. And beyond performance, there is purpose. She wants to remain competitive, to extend her career, to play pain-free, and to evolve. Conditioning supports that purpose. She isn't just training for today, she's training for tomorrow, for seasons to come. By investing in her full body, she ensures that the body becomes more than just an instrument. It becomes a partner in her goals. So when you think of Paula Badosa's strength and conditioning, think of it as an ecosystem. Legs giving power, torso providing control, arms delivering the weapon, core stabilizing everything. Each component is refined, each supports the other, and each contributes to what she demands of herself on court. It's this union of function, intent, and athleticism that allows her to bring power, movement, and endurance together in harmony. When Paula Badosa steps into her strength and conditioning session, she isn't simply ticking off exercises. She's constructing the very architecture of her physical performance for the tennis court. Her full-body training is not a generic gym routine. It's a deliberately balanced program that supports the demands of elite tennis. Explosive leg drives, powerful serves, aggressive ground strokes, rapid change of direction, and a resilient frame that can thrive under physical and mental stress. In the end, the big forehands, the strong serves, the sustained rallies, they are the visible outcome. But the invisible work, the full body construction, is what enables those outcomes. And for Paula Badosa, that work is non-negotiable. Her body is her foundation, her engine, and her competitive edge, and she treats it as such.